Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today's Sunday, so a bit more of a chill day for me, just about to nip to the gym. But before I do so, I wanted to hop on this quick video to just talk a bit about balance and having the right mix of balance in your life and how it's so important, how I do it, and why I think it is important to be more aware of, creating the right balances in your working life, in your social life, personal life. And I think work-life balance is quite important. It's important of a subject for people like ourselves that might be self-employed and are entrepreneurs, because I think there is a bit of a culture where if you are self-employed, you really don't really have an off switch, right? And some people are fine with it. Some people are built differently, and work is life, and that's what they subscribe to. Whereas other people might need more of a distinction, or might need more of a routine, so that your work doesn't just bleed over into your personal life and it all just becomes too much. I think there's many people out there with different thoughts and different theories and different ways of operating. I find that this is one way where it's really personal to you, and again, self-awareness is massive on this, where there's no one size fits all kind of advice. It's more about finding what works for you. And in order to do that, I think we have to experiment with things. We have to try things out and just seeing the right blend of balance. And the reason why I think this is important as well is that people that just do work and really focus on it obviously can create great results. But if that is all you have, for me, I think is a bit of a shame that you're not spending a little bit of time for yourself or enjoying the present moment, because you could be, your head could be in a space where it's always forward looking into the future, which is something that I do a lot of the times, is really not being in the moment and always thinking about the future, which causes other things such as anxieties that can happen if you are in a position that you don't know what the future is going to be like, or let's say things aren't going well, you have bumps in the road. Sometimes it's hard to just keep up with the positivity that is expected of us when we are doing stuff for ourselves, like being self-employed or having our own businesses. The image that we want to portray to others or show to the outside world, particularly with social media, is you always, more often than not, share your successes, or even if there's a lesson involved, you share it after all the lessons been done, right? It's quite rare that people share stuff that they're going through at the moment that they're really stressing about, because they're still processing it or still going through all that crap to get to the other side, essentially. So by just focusing on that, I think is quite, you can risk burning out. Some people don't believe in burnout. I personally think there's different levels to burnout, and your definition might be different. I think as we are in December right now, more and more people will be starting to drop off. I think it's hard to keep the intensity that, let's say, you started at the start of the year in January. It's been a long, hard slog, hasn't it? Right, 12 months of hard work, and I think no matter where you are, we can look back and celebrate some of those kind of wins as we take time to reflect. And I think it's really important to just know when it's time to actually slow down a bit, which is completely fine. I think there's not any shame in taking some time off to yourselves to review the year, as an example, or even just to do nothing, right? Being in the moment with people that are important to you, family, children, loved ones, friends, connecting with people that are within your network, and just sharing moments where it's not just all about work is very important in my opinion, because a life that is all work without any play is it's quite a boring life. And I think I've gotten to the point where for the past number of years I've just been focused on work, and that was everything, that I've neglected myself in a lot of the relaxation kind of way, which I aimed to bring it more back this year, which I have done, because I have made a lot of great memories just not work focused, getting out there. Networking is part of the fun, I would imagine. Some people might say it's work. I treat it as the play side of work, because it's not as serious as if you were just doing viewings all day long, or trying to push forward a renovation. So how do you find that kind of balance, right? And again, I think being able to become more self-aware of your own needs is one step to it, because no matter how hard you work, you might hit some goals. After you hit a certain goal, you might sit back and go, right, I've got all this, but what is my next goal? And it's during those times where crisis mode can hit, and you feel like you're lost again because you've hit your milestone, you hit your targets, and now you don't know what you're doing now, and you don't know how to relax or switch off, or enjoy the time than just working all the time. So being more conscious of that, I think, leading to self-awareness is really important, because it allows you to create those memories that might be important to you. And obviously sacrifice is always going to be there. You might be sacrificing your time that you don't spend with your kids to work, but also don't sacrifice all your time, is what I'm trying to say. Is taking those moments and know that at the end of the day, life is quite a long journey, right? Especially if you're younger, like if you're in your 30s as an example, you may think that, oh god, you need to get to that destination ASAP. But again, once you hit that destination, sooner or later should I say, what's next? You're going to be off chasing the next mountain to climb, right? Because surely you're not just going to hit that destination and then it's like that, I'm done for the rest of my life and just retire. That's not going to happen. So it's taking the moment to just look at your current situation, and it's like, it's not everything. There's lots of other bits to it as well in terms of life. Obviously there's elements and areas in your life where you feel like you can push more. Encourage you to push more, because I think we can all do more. But again, as someone that is quite self-critical, when is enough actually enough, right? Or when is the point where you've done all this, you're never going to be satisfied about reaching your potential, because no one really reaches their potential, even when they're at the top, right? There's also another top to get to, even at each milestone that you hit. Again, you're always going to be left feeling you're not doing your potential, and that could cause negative feelings of stress, anxieties, disappointments, self-flagellation, as some people do, which could be a positive motivator for you to improve and carry on doing what you do, but it can also be a negative, right? And I think it's there's a thin distinction between the two, and it's just being more mindful and having more mindfulness on how to be more towards the positive side, using it as motivation rather than a negative to cause yourself internal issues with your mindset and mental health, essentially. And then going back to the start, balance of your social life. If you don't have one, I think you should get one. Or at least social life and what it means to you, right? And if that just means switching off the laptop for the rest of the day, I think you should do, rather than carrying on, right? If that makes you happy. So yeah, that's it for me, I think. What do you guys think? It's just a quick one, I think, and it's been thoughts in my mind recently, like I say, especially since we're in December, where, you know, I'm thinking about reviewing the week, reviewing the year, and, you know, how things are slowing down a bit more now, and gearing up for next year, right? Because a new year, new work, new stuff to do, and, you know, more successes. And it's really for me to express that I think, yes, we can work hard, but also don't forget the moments that you need to spend with other people and yourself. Give your time rest, give your body a bit of a break, your mind a bit of a break, and find the right balance between working hard and also recreational stuff and things that would actually broaden your horizons and teach you more stuff and experience more stuff, essentially. But yeah, so that's it for me. I'm about to jump in the gym. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys again soon.